Embracer Group has been in the news a lot recently, and for all the wrong reasons. They had acquired numerous game development studios such as Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Free Radical Design, and so much more. With their big plan being to beef up their company assets to entice a big sale to the Saudis, they were sure this would work. Until it didn't. The deal fell through, and now we are witnessing the aftermath of a company in a $1.5 billion hole that has simply stopped giving a shit about their development studios. Unless a studio can pump out a yearly release that makes them millions of dollars in revenue, then they are not interested. So why not make this endeavor even more difficult by cutting around roughly 1,400 jobs, which is about 8% of its total workforce. I know mass layoffs have been occurring in tech companies for months now, but this one in particular feels especially repulsive, given that Embracer has cancelled 29 unannounced games, closed 7 internal studios, and in doing so, killed some very beloved franchises in the process. Volition, the developer responsible for the Saints Row games, has been taken out behind the barn by Embracer. Because of this, there will never be another installment of the greatest minigame in video game history, insurance fraud. And that is an absolute tragedy. Timesplitters developer, Free Radical Design, finally had a new Timesplitters game in the works, but Embracer unceremoniously closed their doors as well, while saying a big ol' fuck you to them and any fans who had been hopeful for the first installment in the franchise in 2 decades. The news that personally crushed me was when Embracer cancelled a new Deus Ex title that was in development. Not only that, but it was a Deus Ex title that was not featuring Adam Jensen from the last 2 installments, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. This means we may never see a true conclusion to Adam Jensen's story. Adam, along with the franchise, is sadly dead until further notice.
I never asked for this.
Couple all of these closures with the fact that Embracer is also in the process of looking for someone to buy Gearbox and all of its claptraps, and we have ourselves a good old-fashioned shit show.
Thank you!
I understand Embracer is trying to make up for $1.5 billion of debt, but it's frustrating how a company can make terrible decisions in the name of corporate profits, and then they can just fire and sell their way out of their self-imposed hole.
We're sorry.
This is a gut-wrenching experience for both gamers and the former employees alike. It's horrible seeing long-standing successful franchises and studios die when a greedy company buys the rights to these studios and IPs because they were banking on Saudi Prince number 2156 to buy them out, and so they wanted to make themselves seem like a bigger purchase. The sad part is that Embracer is not even done yet. More studios will likely close. More layoffs will occur. Heads will roll until Embracer has pulled themselves out of debt, and the industry is sadly going to be in an even worse place than before this whole fiasco even started. This whole owning a ton of game studios situation isn't unique to Embracer Group. Microsoft and Tencent, just to throw a couple names out there, own dozens of studios as well, and with one bad decision, could be in the same situation. This was a bit of a rant, but I felt like I had to say my piece. Killing Deus Ex was my tipping point. Human Revolution in particular was a special game that was not only fantastic, but it helped me get through a dark and depressing time in my life. I'll leave you all with a quote from Adam Jensen himself. You want to make enemies? Try to change something. This situation may not be exactly what Adam was alluding to, but it is undeniable that Embracer Group tried to change the direction of multiple studios, games, and even lives, and in the end, they ended up making a whole lot of enemies along the way. What do y'all think about this situation? Was there a casualty to one of your favorite game series in this mess? Let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.